Hello, everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Sunday Screens. I am your boy, Faye, all day, the handsome one, the one with the sore back, because he keeps carrying not only this show, but shows he's carried in the past. Along with me, as always, is Mr. Matt Whiteside, my brother from another mother, who is clearly from another mother because he looks like the kind of guy that has a sister that can also be his cousin. And with us is a very special guest, my outsider homie, that round mound of obnoxious sound, the roly-poly, soul-sucking ginger himself, out of Valley High, Mr. Brian Farmer. And scene.
So that was an interesting take on intro.
That was my farmer intro.
Yeah, except that was the fucking shit. It's not nearly as good as what I would have done. But on top of that, what fucking shows have you ever carried? You've always been like the fifth pick. You're the sixth man off the bench. What the fuck are you talking about? Colonel's the star of this
which one of the
Colonel's the star of this one.
I was gonna ask which shows you were carrying because it always seems like you have to find new co-hosts.
Oh, Colonel got some zingers too. All right. It's the last time I do an impression of anybody. God damn.
Well, that was an impression. That was even worse. You shouldn't have said that.
All right. Well, Farmer hit us with an intro then. Come on.
No, you've already ruined it. It's all right.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I hit the part pretty good.
You kind of, but you sounded like you were like constipated when you were doing it, so it's all right.
Well, that's what you sound like.
No. Usually it's a good enough point, and there's a pitch, and it's all right. You fell short like everything else.
Did I at least pass with a D-?
More
I
like
loved myself while shitting on everybody else.
It was more like it needs improvement. It was more like that.
Anywho, before we get to the next
what
topic,
did I get myself into?
But to start off the show like we always do, we got some beers this week, including Farmy Farm over there.
Well, Farmer, as the guest, why don't you start us off with your rando?
Yes, let me grab it from my fucking trusty sack over here. Hold on.
Grab it from your sack.
Now, what are we grabbing from the sack?
Boom sauce.
Boom sauce. This is
like those Costco fucks. Boom.
Yeah, it's 1 pint. It's a double IPA, 8% alcohol. It's a Lord Hobo Boom sauce. Is it cool?
Double IPA.
Is it? Yeah.
Sounds like something you should be drinking with a review on Evil Dead.
Yeah.
or something that the hipsters love.
Damn hipsters. But yeah, it's I've never had it, so I'm curious.
Double IPA. That sounds dangerous for Colonel because he doesn't even like single IPAs, let alone double.
I just don't in general like hops.
Yeah, well, I might be fucking hopping my ass into the bathroom after this one. Guess we'll find out.
Well, my beer this week is from the Little House Brewing Company.
Ooh.
It is a Kolsch-style ale with honey called the Sleepy Bee. It is 4.9% alcohol.
Whoa, heavy hitter.
I know. Like, it's a lot less alcohol percent than I was expecting, but that's all right.
Nice. Is that like
a
seltzer or something? Or
is it what?
Is it like a seltzer for the low alcohol content? Is it like a high noon?
It's a Kolsch-style ale. I have some high noons over there that maybe I'll do one of those one week.
Mine tells me to gently mix, so I'm gently mixing right now.
Oh wait, so is this what we do? We drink this first? Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and while you guys go ahead and drink, I'll introduce mine that I'm gently mixing. Since we're doing vampire flicks that always heavily involve religion, what goes better with religion than science? They go hand in hand like a son of a bitch. It's like Bottle Logic Brewing Company. Yeah, WeldWorks Brewing Company. I don't know where that's from, but and I've got Colonel Beat. Mine's 4.6% alcohol.
Dang, we have low percentages this week.
Yeah, and
a lot of times it's like 10 or 12.
This
Right.
my first impression of this. I don't know if you guys do first impressions, but mine is
Oh yeah, first impression.
very fucking strong.
Mhm. If you don't like hoppy beers, double IPAs are going to be rough.
Well, I don't, so we're in for a ride now, boys.
I always found that the best way to get through a hoppy beer is to drink it fast.
My science beers is a sour ale. It's raspberry, blueberry, toasted coconut, vanilla, and milk sugar. Guess that's science in a bottle there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Something I have to say off air, but yeah.
So I kind of like this beer. It's got it's still got a very, very mild hops flavor, but I don't think you're going to find many craft beers that don't. But I don't really taste the honey, but maybe the honey is what's reducing the hoppy flavor.
Mine's just a can of fucking sour. Like it needs more alcohol in it to balance that shit out. Holy hell.
Is it are you tasting the coconut and all that other shit in there or no?
No, I think there's so many different fucking ingredients that it's just a blend of sour bullshit.
Yeah, they do. They like
gabagool.
What?
That was my Italian vampire. You wouldn't have it any other way, sir.
Yeah, you're like a flat tire that I can't get rid of.
A flat tire that you
Yeah.
Just flip it around.
figure that one out.
Yeah.
Just still flat.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
What?
Science, yo.
Oh, did you see they officially announced the cause of death of Gene Hackman and his wife?
I did hear that. My wife was telling me about that earlier today.
Yeah, apparently his wife was dead for a week before he even died.
Holy
And
cow.
they were both and they were both by natural cause. She died of some virus, then he died a week later from heart failure.
It wasn't like a week before either one of them were found, or was it just the wife that was a week?
When they said it's been a week since they've been dead, apparently it was just the wife that's been dead for a week. And then the caretaker came in to do some caretaking and found them both dead. That's just weird, because does that mean old ass Gene Hackman before heart failure just cruising around the house with a dead wife?
With his dead wife?
Well, they said he had dementia, so I mean,
he may not have even realized what was going on.
He may not. Yeah, he may not.
Maybe he just thought she was asleep every time. Oh, she must be napping. You know?
I haven't talked to my wife in a few days.
Well, for him, he wouldn't have even known. He would have thought they just talked with his fucking dementia.
That's true. Well, I just talked to her.
He's over there in the other room shitting his pants watching Hoosiers on fucking repeat. Like, you don't remember?
Shitting in the recliner.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Producer said a hantavirus, usually caused by mouse dropping. So they were just living in a house. They just didn't give a fuck. Well, I mean, when you're 95 years old, would you ever give a fuck? No. I know I wouldn't. When I'm 65, I'm not going to give a fuck. And yes, I'm going to make it that long, Farmer, before you even crack a joke.
You won't.
What, 65?
65. Yeah, I'm going to at least make it that far.
That's I doubt it.
Well, I mean,
they do say I was going to die 5 years ago.
They do say that only the good die young, so I'm probably going to live to be 100.
Yep.
Damn, Farmer going to make it to 200.
That's it.
Be the first
Resurrection, motherfucker. Yeah.
Transfer his brain into a computer. He'll be able to start Skynet.
That's it. It's gonna be full of you porn ads.
Goddamn. What's your rating on it, sir?
I'm going to give this a 4.5. It was pretty good.
Probably because that's low alcohol content. And you're just a big child.
That could be it too. And I mean, I love honey.
He was like, it's like juice.
It's hard to have chicken McNuggets without honey. Honey goes good in everything.
Farmer, you review your beer while I go drain my lizard.
Well, that devolves really quickly.
Yes, yeah. Whoa, it's a baby lizard. What is your rating system based on?
So we go 1 through 5. 5's best, 1's worst. You can do half like increments too. So like
0.5 for half C's.
Yeah, 0.5 is the dumpster fire.
I give this 2 out of 5.
It's not bad.
No, it's all right. It's It's a little strong for like my taste. A little strong because it's double IPA. A little strong. Not really a fan of those, but I haven't really drank enough. But based off this one, there's a reason why I avoid it.
It's your love sauce. It's your semen. It's your boom sauce.
Speaking of love sauce, remember that time that we had your Felissa Rose dick and fucked Colonel's Necronomicon?
Hold
and
on.
then we left my dick suction to the fucking door for the
whenever they came in and cleaned.
Yeah.
So
they didn't touch it. They cleaned everything else, but they left the dick alone.
Okay, I've got another question for you guys. Well, for all of us. Raise your hand if you own a dildo.
I threw mine out because
both of them?
Yeah, because
no, he hesitated on that second one. He forgot.
No, I had to think about it because the both of them are gone. The one that was covered in green paint from the Halloween party, and then the Fliss Rose one because the ink bled into it, so it was just a fucking dildo again. So both of them are gone.
The only reason that I asked that is because I knew that he had at one point he had two different dildos.
Yeah,
one for each hand. Yeah.
But during the moving process over to the apartment, I was like, "These got to go. There's no need to even keep these."
Well, hindsight being 2020, if you were gonna have Felissa Rose sign another dick, you need to
I'll just buy a new one or have her sign my actual one.
Well, part of the problem is he used the fucking Sharpie on that
with everybody. And it fucking even went viral there for a second. Somebody just took a picture of me holding the dick, and then all of a sudden it was all over the fucking comment section and stuff like that. I was like, "Hey, that's my dick."
Yes,
she grabbed too, like it was the fucking sword in the stone. She held it up like, "Ah, dick!"
My first dick.
She's signed the whole. Yeah, it was her first dick of the whole weekend. I got that on Sunday. I'm like, why didn't anybody else think of this? Bunch of lame asses. Everybody's afraid to walk around with a dildo in their bag, especially in case they search their bag. You got any weapons in here? Nope, I got this though. I'm from Kansas. I'm on vacation. Figured I'd go out and explore and try new things. Okay.
No, you got to get that gay lisp going, and when you're talking to him at that point.
Oh, he's already got that.
And then just kind of look at him up and down like, hello, officer.
Are you going to arrest me?
I'm going to resist that arrest. Please be rough with me, Daddy.
You're too good at that, Andrew.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, do you want to give your beer rating?
I didn't do that.
Too much further down that rabbit hole.
I don't know why I'm looking for the can like it has the rating on the goddamn thing.
Well, you had 2.6, right?
I gave it a deuce. I'll give it a 2.
All right. Well, your guys
after it started going down, it wasn't horrible, but
so your guys' combined rating is less than mine.
It just keeps
in the Gemini. Sing hi. Oh, dude, check out my mustache. Like I have a reverse Hitler. It's bald right in the middle, and then
I don't think that should ever be said ever.
I was gonna say, do you even have a mustache?
Yeah. I finally hit puberty a couple years ago.
Hold on a second. Keep showing it. Keep showing it. Let's see this thing.
Yeah. You see it? The lighting's it's very blonde. Okay.
Yeah,
and it's very bald right here.
Well,
no, this is straight up. This is me just not shaving for 2 weeks, and this is how it grows. The chin grows in. This gets all weird. Like this grows in.
You're like Patch Adams.
Less than Patch Adams and Joe Dirt fucked each other. And
see, I shaved yesterday.
Both on meth. Yep, there he is, folks. That's why you don't do meth. Yeah.
Oh my.
He's tweaking and he's gay. Hello. So I figure we'll start out with Nosferatu. So if we start running out of time, we can do a quick review on the goddamn Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. Oh, and by the way, we're reviewing Nosferatu and Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Way to go, intro.
Yeah. I give myself a D on it. A good old big D.
I was gonna
All right,
say,
I'm done with the,
I
I'm
thought
done
we
with the
got
gay
off the
stuff.
building I know you like
As I
to get
flail
the
my
D.
hands too. Jesus fucking
He was so
Christ. That's what I want to lead off into is what do you think about these Nepa babies these days? All these kids that came from other actors that we grew up with. Like we got in this one, we got Lily Rose Depp from Johnny
Right.
Depp. And we got Jack Quaid, who I really like Jack Quaid, by the way. I think he's proven himself to not be such a Nepo baby, but what's your overall thought on that shit?
So like most of them I'm not very impressed with. Like Lily and Jack, they started off a little rough around the edges, but I think they've kind of taken it a little more seriously than what many of the others have, thinking that they're just, oh, my dad's Tom Hanks. I just deserve the role.
Yeah. Colin Hanks had a decent run there for a little bit, but he kind of disappeared.
Yeah, after Orange County shit the bed, yeah.
Before we get too far into the actual review of the movie, you remember the scene where Bill Skarsgård is like, I think it's when he's got a prosthetic penis. Since we were talking dildos, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up now. So after
Orlock cock,
yeah. So after the filming was done, so the director sent the penis to Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, because he requested it. I saw that. Yeah.
So Nicholas Hoult has a prosthetic penis framed at his house.
Well,
got that Orlock cock, and y'all fucking shit on me.
well, yeah, at least his is a fucking some sort of semblance. Yours is just fucking faded away skin.
Foreskin.
Yeah, foreskin, heavy on the floor. Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry, I just wanted to say that because since we just got done talking about the D.
but back to the Nepo babies, though. Do you guys have a favorite baby that came from? Because I mean, it goes like even Jamie Lee Curtis is a nepotism baby.
She's a shitty actor.
I would have
Lee or Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She sucks.
You love Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, I don't. She's a fucking bitch. I don't like her. I don't like her.
I thought that was your scream queen.
Fuck, that was no, sir, you whore. You take that back. That woman is not my scream queen.
Oh, you just always really wanted her auto.
Huh. Yeah, no, Nev Campbell's my scream queen. But
I was about to say,
if I was to get a Jamie Lee Curtis auto, it would have to be on something True Lies related.
Yeah, well, you'd have to pay a fuck ton of money to get it because that chick ain't cheap.
Right.
Yeah. I'm more of a Freaky Friday Jamie Lee Curtis fan, you know. A little Lindsay Lohan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Are you excited for the sequel that they
yes, bitch. Can't wait.
He's gonna be first in line.
Freakiest Friday, motherfucker. Let's go.
They better take advantage of that and release it on a Friday.
I do want to touch on the child actors that came from their parents. Like who the fuck is even good? Skarsgård's really not even that good of an actor. They always throw him in fucking makeup. So if anything, is really just a stunt guy.
Bill Skarsgård is a fucking amazing actor.
No, he looks like you. Fucking creepy. No, he's not.
He had to work with an opera coach to lower his voice an octave for this role.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes all in on his shit.
Not a fan.
And
Johnny
didn't
Depp
see
kid,
Boy Kills World. He
like,
went in a bunch of makeup that he was just badass.
What was it? Yoga Hosers? What was that movie?
Yoga Hosers, yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? Kevin Smith and Johnny Depp's kids?
Yep.
Yeah, no thanks.
And both of them were in the movie too. Well, Kevin Smith directed it and Johnny Depp was in it.
I'll be right back.
As Guy Lupin.
That's Faye, for me, that's a hard pass. Both of those parents should have swallowed. That's not for me.
C9, take one, roll E-Poly, because we got Roly Poly in the house. Today is March 7th, 2025. Crank that sound to 11. Production company, screen director, Faye all day. And the cameraman is Jesus Christ. And commercial.
I know which one you want. You want.
Help me out, because I don't know which one.
Fucking Dallas Howard, baby.
Ah, yeah. I guess she's a Nepo baby, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Give it a little Tua, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and the thicker she gets, the better she looks, man.
Yo, this boob sauce is hitting, kid. But I take this back. I take this back. There is one Nepo baby that is actually the best out of all of them. It's not Jamie Lee Curtis. It's fucking Angelina Jolie because her dad was John Voight.
Oh, there you go. See, they're there,
That's
man.
Gotta be, she's got to be the best and only good one. I mean, Angelina Jolie gone in 60 seconds. The dreads, fucking Kylie Jenner, fucking fake lips. Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I'll drink
Angelina
some
Jolie
to
really.
that.
It'd probably be a
Bryce
pretty
Dallas
close.
Howard, baby.
I'm okay. I take this back. Before she got hefty, Liv Tyler was pretty hot.
Before she got hefty. Are you fat shaming
Liv Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know she got hefty. I haven't
Before
seen
she
her
stopped
forever.
at Bucky's for a little too long, she was hot. Yeah.
Bucky's. Take 5. Whoa. Anyways, Nosferatu.
So back to Nosferatu. Did you know that originally, what were there? Nicholas Hoult and Lily Rose Depp were not cast in this role. It was originally
Others in mind.
It was originally cast to Harry Styles and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Harry Styles, no. Anya Taylor-Joy, okay.
No, that's who they originally cast as the roles. And then
I know, I'm just saying I disagree with the Harry Styles.
well, right, but so they apparently something happened, they got delayed in filming or something, and it impacted, it interfered with something Harry had. So he backed out, and then it kept going on and shit, and then Anya had to back out too.
That's why that reminds me of last week's fucking conversations where they almost casted Shaq instead of Michael Clark Duncan for that goddamn role in Green Mile. Harry Styles would have been Nicholas Hoult, superior fucking. He's just a great actor overall, especially over fucking Harry Styles.
Every time
Taylor-Joy, I think she's a better actress than Lily Rose Depp.
At least Harry Styles would have got more notoriety out of it, but yeah.
But I think Anya Taylor-Joy would have been better than Lily Rose Depp, and we could have possibly seen Anya Taylor-Joy's boobies if she would have done the same performance as Lily Rose Depp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm all for.
I think there's going to be a time that we get to see him. I just don't know how long that'll be.
Just a matter of time, fellas. Just a matter of time.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
She's not really that fine, but it was still fun.
Just be the ultimate you.
She looks like a drowser, like she sleeps 90% of the day.
You look like a fucking drought. No, you're more of a downer, but yeah. All right, full disclosure, this boob sauce is fucking hitting.
I likes it. I like the small boobies. I like the small handful of boobies.
You like any sort of boobie?
Not the ones you actually have to lift. I don't like.
Oh, you never been with a stripper.
I've lived with a stripper.
It's so surprising you haven't been laid in 7 years.
Yeah,
I know, it's mind-boggling, right?
But back to Nosferatu. What did you guys feel about the performances in the movie? So, for me, Lily Rose Depp, I mean, I like her as an actress. There were
really some scenes
over dramatic in a lot of this movie.
I see some of her scenes where she's really putting it all in and stuff like. I'm like, that's a little bit too much. But then there's some shit that she does when she's getting possessed or whatever and contorting herself. That was all real, and that looked really good. She's on her way, I would say, to being a solid actress, but she's just not quite there yet. That's why I was saying I probably would have preferred Anya Taylor-Joy over her.
Yeah,
in this movie. But Bill Skarsgård crushed it like he always does in every fucking movie he does. And no, he's not always in full prosthetics in every movie that he does. And Aaron Taylor Johnson was in this too. And both of them had very busy years in 2024. And they both had very similar years in 2024. Because Aaron Taylor Johnson and Bill Skarsgård were both in this movie. They both had massive, horrible movie flops also in 2024. Aaron Taylor Johnson was in Kraven the Hunter, and Bill Skarsgård was in The Crow. remake.
I was gonna say Bill Skarsgård was in one of your top 5 and one of your bottom 5 movies, right?
Yeah. Well, then Aaron Taylor Johnson, and then they were both in fucking high octane, over the top action films.
Mhm.
Aaron Taylor Johnson was in Fall Guy, and then Bill Skarsgård was in my favorite movie of 2024, Boy Kills World. So they pretty much mirrored each other throughout this fucking movie. What are you yawning and shaking your head about? Did you have a favorite movie 2024 out of all the 5 movies that you probably watched?
No, I didn't. No, 2024 was not a good year for films, but carry on. Yeah.
You didn't watch any of them.
I have to look at the list, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you watch the Crow remake?
I watched about 10 minutes of it. I thought it was the shit, so I turned it off because I really do. I have a big soft spot for the OG, so was not a fan. No,
Oh, actually, good for you on that one. That's good.
I enjoyed the new Crow, but I mean,
Bill Skarsgård was the only good factor in that one. He tried his best to make it good, but the filmmaking itself just turned it into a pile of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
but Faye, you loved Abigail. I remember you had such a fucking hard on for that movie because Kevin Durant, he was so cool.
Abigail was fun.
And,
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, asshole. And,
I like
and
that
Catherine
Smile
Newton
movie.
was awesome in it too. You liked the Smile movies? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I like that. I like the first one. What was that Russell Crowe movie that came out last year too? That was that the Exorcism movie. I like that one.
The Pope's Exorcist, right?
Yeah, I thought that was all right. That was a good one.
It was a decent one. It was an interesting take on an exorcism movie.
I didn't see that one.
It's on Netflix. Pretty good.
But Nosferatu, though, like for me, kind of overall, to kind of fast forward here a little bit. Overall, for me, the story itself was meh, but the filmmaking aspect with the cinematography, the set design, just the overall look of it, and solid performances across the board. Even creepy ass Willem Dafoe, who's always going to be creepy as fuck, no matter what.
I can't ever.
That's what
after Boondock Saints. So,
but that's what really like drew me into this movie, is just because it was fun to look at the whole time. The whole gothic theme, and he fucking nailed it with it across the board. He's a hell of a filmmaker, but his movies are hit and miss with me. The Lighthouse was great. The Witch sucked.
Yeah, the filming in this movie I really enjoyed. So I never saw the original Nosferatu, but I mean it's always been one I've wanted to watch. I did not realize until the first time I watched this movie at the end of last year, I did not realize that it was literally going to be a scene for scene copy of Dracula. And after finding out that, after Bram Stoker, basically, so what I think what ended up happening with the original is they made it and they filed a lawsuit against the movie and won, so they ordered all the copies to be destroyed. Had that actually happened, I mean, they did destroy most of them, but had all the copies been destroyed, we never would have had a Nosferatu.
I don't know. What'd you think of the makeup farmer? I know you've at least seen the way he looks.
No, I did see the movie. Surprisingly, I like the way he looks. I was more of a fan of the cinematography. I don't really give a fuck about Eggers. I like the Lighthouse. That was cool. William Dafoe was beating that seagull to death. It reminded me of, always talking to you every day. But I liked a lot of the visuals. I just liked how the faded blacks what kind of brought out in all the scenes and stuff like that. Like I was really a fan of the cinematography of it. Orlok was cool.
Transitions and shit. It was really good.
It felt like a black and white movie, but there was color in it.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like the whole like fucking Eggers touch that he does anyway. Primarily he does his shit in black and white. So that, but like in color, but really making it feel like it's kind of like that, like it's like that dull faded black type of shit. Like I like that. It's cool. The imagery's cool. Yeah, that's about it.
Eggers originally said that he's only going to do time pieces too. Like he doesn't want to do anything that has cell phones in it. He'll never do a movie that.
Yeah,
involves any kind of cell phone.
Well, his shit's
Yeah.
all like fucking period pieces anyway, for the most part.
That kind of sucks though, because he does have a fucking talent for filmmaking, and I want to see something
Well,
modern.
he did Midsummer, didn't he? That was in fucking color.
That was a
Did he
weird
do
movie.
Midsommar? He did
think he did.
Midsummer.
I think so. Yeah, didn't he direct Midsummer?
Gotta hope not. Otherwise, I'm going to change my opinion on him because I thought
I'm
that
looking
movie
it up right now.
sucked ass,
I'll
too.
tell you in a second.
Even though Florence Pugh was fantastic in that movie.
No, that was Ari Aster. My bad. But yeah,
Okay, that makes more sense. That's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Ari Aster. Yeah. Okay. No wonder I hated that movie.
but still, the A24 brand. I mean, it's like their whole fucking MO is all that shit anyway. But I don't know. I didn't really give a fuck about the acting in this movie. I thought a lot of the acting was just bad. I don't know. I wasn't really expecting any riveting fucking performances. I wanted to see how A, Nosferatu looked, and B, I wanted to see what the cinematography looked like. If it looked like it was just commercial shit, or if it was gonna be like playing with the shadows. Like I wanted it to be fucking cool. I want them to have some balls. You know what I mean?
I thought he did a good job on all that with the filmmaking aspect. I thought it was pretty solid. I thought there was good performances in there. As much as I'm a Bill Skarsgård nutlicker, which I am. Hello.
Hey, there's
But,
the boomstick.
Fucking
But I
gross.
think the best performance though was Nicholas Hoult.
Agreed.
I thought he did the best in this particular movie.
I mean, so for me, like the movie missed the mark on what I was expecting. I mean, I didn't go in with having done any research or anything on it, but like the acting was great, the cinematography was great, but the movie itself, the story in it, like it just was not. I was expecting like an updated version, and really it was just a scene for scene reshoot with updated cinematography. And they added a little bit more backstory onto a few things from what I've read, because obviously I haven't seen the original. But
what do you think of the ending with the fucking weird love scene between Orlok and Lily Rose? And then all of a sudden he's a shriveled cock himself after the sun comes up.
Looks like you.
Yeah. He still got laid though. Fuck him. He gets laid too. He can go eat a dick. All right, let's rate this bitch, shall we? Oh wow, I gave it that rating. I need to change that.
So for me, this movie, like, I mean, I just kind of went through my thoughts on the movie. I mean, the cinematography and the acting itself kept this one out of the bottom for me, but it's still probably not one that I'm going to watch very many times again. Like it's not one I'm going to go back and rewatch just because I want to watch it. I mean, for me, this I gave this one a 4.
For me, I'm a little different. I was so intaken by the fucking visuals and the filmmaking, and just across the board, it was a very well made movie. But just the story and some of the acting, I was like, I don't know. But I think overall, I'll give it a 6. What about you, Farmy Farm?
I felt it was very dull. The acting really didn't move the needle for me. Cinematography, that's really what I gave a fuck about. Eggers did the best that he fucking could. For me, it's not quite a dumpster, but it's in a 3. I give it a 3. It really didn't get my fucking dick hard. I didn't really dig it that much.
I mean, I felt like they had a great opportunity to put out a really, really good, entertaining movie, and it just missed. There
was a lot of hype for it in the horror community.
I think all the woke kids are the ones that rated it, because it's a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which is fucking absurd. But yeah,
right. It's probably all those kids like me that don't want to go back and watch the original and just watched this one for the first time and thought it was great.
Dude, I fucking love that original. That shit's on Shudder too. I remember like when I would. Do you remember the first time you ever seen that? Did you guys?
I haven't seen
remember that. Oh, you haven't seen the OG, the original? No.
I need to go watch it. Yeah.
Oh fuck, Faye?
I know you've seen the iconic images. Yeah, I've seen.
Oh yes, I've seen the images.
I remember I was like fucking 12, 13, went over to like my buddy's house for like a sleepover, and I remember we were like watching all horror movies. I remember that was like one of the first ones we ever saw. And I was like, subtitles, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, hey, make sure you use this part as a clip for a reel on Instagram. Hey, Lloyd, thanks for taking all of my money for a VIP ticket to give me fucking clown pubes and the VIP swag bag.
God.
Thanks, Circus of the fucking Dead. Way to go.
I think I threw away my clown pubes.
Yeah, you know what I did with those? I threw them off the fucking balcony because what a fucking waste of money.
Right.
That clip right there is definitely going on Instagram. It's definitely going on Instagram. All right, so
There we
back.
go.
The next movie on this billing is Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter from Canada in 2001.
And so this movie it was not a theater movie.
No,
No.
It was not what I would call a B movie either.
its budget was $100,000 Canadian, which translates to, I have it written down, it translates to $69,457.71.
They spent $69,000 to make that movie.
That's what confused me.
Shot it on
This
a phone.
I know this looks like they just took their fucking handy cams because this is 2001, so we didn't have the fancy phones.
Right.
It looks like they took their high millimeter fucking camera and gathered some buddies and put together this movie. So where all that money went, I have no fucking clue.
Up their nose.
So, I was saying we have a filmmaker in our presence. That's gonna be my question for Farmer. Like, where the fuck did all that money go for this Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter movie?
So
there's no way it costs that much.
I mean, they didn't have any fucking names in this thing.
No names, no production value.
No.
They had a lot of
audio dubbing was ridiculous. Like, I feel like that the audio was so bad that they went back and recorded the audio. Maybe that's where the budget went, is that they went to a fucking shitty studio.
There were so many times that the audio was off of the mouth. I thought I was watching a foreign film, that it was dubbed.
Yeah, and it sounded like the whole entire movie was dubbed, even when it did sync up and match the lips. It was still clearly post-recorded.
It really makes you appreciate Randy's riveting performance, doesn't it?
It really does.
Appreciate Randy's riveting performance.
Yeah,
Randy's my favorite character in all of cinema.
Yeah, that's I believe it. Yeah,
nobody can rub a neck like Randy. I'm telling you.
That's it. Yeah, not really feeling this one, guy. Yeah.
So in Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, oh my goodness, this movie, I don't even know how many times. I didn't count. I wish I would have, but like, they kept getting bit in the neck, and then they were bleeding out their mouth. It's like
because they're lesbians. That doesn't explain it all, but I'm just saying it's because they're lesbian.
one of the funny. So there was one scene where they were reading a paper, and the headline on the paper was "Critical Lesbian Shortage."
Lesbian shortage. I did see that. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what their deal with lesbians was. Like, I have a bunch of stuff written down about all their lesbian quips or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't know what their deal was with lesbians.
It's just a fucking epidemic out here.
Like, the synopsis is weird. Jesus coming to save vampires from killing all the lesbians was pretty much the synopsis of this film.
Right.
And Jesus' transformation from the stereotypical Jesus to double ear-ringed, weird, bad haircut fucking right. Jesus. They had the height correct, though, because they say Jesus' actual height would be in like 4 foot something.
Well, that was their main goal, was to make sure it was biblically correct.
That was it, and they nailed it. They nailed it. Had a bunch of subtle jokes too, that if you're not familiar with the lore and all that stuff, they'd go right over your head. Like, I really like the joke to where he's gonna go stay in the apartment and he's like, sorry it's such a shithole or whatever he said, and Jesus was like, well, I've slept in worse places. Like on the cross or inside that cave. And
he slept in the cave.
He might have passed out on the cross.
I guess technically he did sleep on the cross after he died, but
yeah. took that really long nap, before he was resurrected.
There was the one scene where they, like, I didn't know how to describe it, but they were like at the beginning of Austin Powers when they do that montage where it's like the little song and dance thing where they're dancing and everybody's getting involved. They tried to pull one of those scenes off and it didn't work.
No, but the best thing on this movie though was the fucking fight choreography.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, that was the
fucking
only good
good
thing about that movie. Yeah.
So
The-
fucking
the
good. My
fist-
favorite
Just
scene
for a
was the
foot and a
fighting
half
all
away
the
from the
aces.
face and
Mm-hmm. And then just the way the friends, these weren't even actors. Like I said, it was a group of friends fucking making this film, and then you just see them like follow the choreography. Oh, you're supposed to twist my arm now and then throw me, and they would just be fucking stone faced on the
right.
faces, stuff like that.
The acting
My
was
absolute-
not great.
Oh no, because there wasn't a single actor in this fucking movie. It was just a group of friends deciding to make a movie for a lot of fucking money for some reason.
Yeah, an absurd amount of money.
Right?
Yeah, because that's literally a movie that we could all go make at fucking Frightmare over the weekend
Farmer,
for
if you were to-
$8.
I don't know what your budget was for the movies you made. What if you were put in charge of making Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter? What changes would you have made to this movie?
Well,
And
I would
you're
have found a fucking star to begin with to sell it. Like that's what I would have done, even with the limited budget, because that budget was more than what I had on fucking Blue Call,
Right?
and I had nothing but fucking names on that one.
So probably like I feel like what they spent the most money on in this movie was the scene where they just had waves and waves of 6 people coming at Jesus, and they keep fighting and they keep fighting, and then they're like, "There's another wave." Okay, the exact same scene repeated. Okay,
Right, but how would they spend the
beat 'em.
budget? It's just we have the Jeep, and then we're gonna add a couple more friends to jump out.
I don't know if it was the
Yeah,
most
go, my
expensive
friend.
scene, but it was the most expensive to my psyche because I was like, okay,
That was-
they've got to be done. 7 fucking waves later, they
That
finally.
was definitely my favorite scene. Fuck Santos, the fucking Mexican superhero or whatever. I love the battle with the atheists and them constantly coming out of that Jeep like a goddamn clown car.
Right.
And the awesome techno music in the background while we're watching the awesome fucking choreography. Like that scene for me is keeping it out of the fucking dumpster fire for me, just because I had so much fun watching that scene.
So
But that was towards the beginning, and then I was expecting more, and then just
Mm-hmm.
nothing would happen. It would just be shitty, over the head jokes,
Mhm.
and it was awful. Like I made fancy movies that with my high 8mm camera when I was in high school.
So what? I'm trying to remember exactly what scene I meant. I do terrible when I'm writing my notes because when I'm watching the movie, I write a note. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember what this is.
Right,
There's the scene where some Karen lady comes out at the lesbian drop-in center and just sits there and screams for like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, you could have gotten by with maybe 10 seconds and gotten the point across. But you're going to have her sit there just screaming. It felt like whenever you've got Peter fighting the chicken in Family Guy. When you think it's done, it just keeps going.
Right.
I mean, the Colonel's got to bring in a chicken reference, right?
Of course. Of course.
Gotta bring in the cock reference. Yeah.
I
Right, and
mean,
the gun reference, because he wasn't named after fucking military. He's named after a goddamn KFC bucket on his head.
oh, did you? So, as a Star Wars fan, I do remember one thing. So, whenever they're at the jazz club and that guy's doing the beatbox crap,
Mhm.
he kept saying Star Wars names. Like he'd say Chewie, and he said Obi-Wan. He said
Star Wars names. What?
he was like he was beatboxing Star Wars.
Oh, this movie was bad. But
It was very
Yeah,
bad.
it was a masterpiece to say the least.
And honestly, I hope that they were taking this movie as not serious and they were making it a bad movie to be a bad movie.
if the budget wasn't as big as it was, then I'd be like, okay, I see what they're doing. They just had a good time making this fucking film. But spending the amount of money that they supposedly did on this, I'm like, no, that means this movie was fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I respect, a group of buddies coming together and making a film, and it somehow gets a cult status, a cult
Right.
following. no matter what you spend on it. But they spent that kind of money on it. They shouldn't be proud of this, no matter what their cult status is, because they definitely lost money on this son of a bitch. And I know it got a DVD release. I don't know if it ever got a Blu-ray release or not. I gotta hope not.
Probably not.
But
You gotta have a company spend the money to turn it into a Blu-ray, right?
I mean,
Right,
distribution costs do cost a lot, especially when you go into Blu-ray.
exactly.
So this was also another movie that we have somebody that it like. I don't think it actually happened, but they were trying to draw and quarter him, but it was actually draw and half him, but like because they were trying to pull him apart.
Yeah.
And that doctor, that dirty doctor in this fucking movie, why did he even exist in this movie? Like his relevancy just disappeared. And then all of a sudden, just became Mexican, and then he had the power of his mask, and they put it on chicks. This movie is
Santos.
confusing as fuck. Yeah, good old Santa.
Yeah.
Gotta remember, this is from Canada, so
Like
I don't know what that means, but
their budget went to the talking ice cream that was God.
yeah, that scene was so stupid.
What made Madeline tell us to watch this movie because, like,
Yeah, she just made it sound like it was great, and it was a fucking shit show.
she does like some weird movies, though.
She
Very
does,
weird.
because she's a hipster.
Well,
Shout out. Love you, Mads. I'll go ahead and give my rating. I appreciate when a group of friends get together and try to make a movie, especially if this would have been a lot lower budget than it appeared to have been.
I
would have had
expected
more
like a
respect for it.
$20,000 budget or something like that.
And that's still even fucking pushing it.
Yeah.
But with that said, though, I think it's still fun though that people get together and do a movie that shouldn't have cost as much as it did. But the highest I can give it is a 2. I'll give it a 2.
Okay. I'll let you go. I mean, I've already got my review, mine written down, so I'll let you go and then I'll give mine.
You know, this movie goes into a mythical land. A mythical land of fires. A dumpster fire. This movie was a steaming pile of shit. I regret ever fucking turning it on. I would have rather fucking banged a flock of seagulls than watch this fucking movie. So yeah, it's a pure dumpster fire, hot garbage 0.
I'm curious how you would bang a flock of seagulls. Can you expand on that?
I cannot. You must ask Faye.
It would cost less than $100,000. That's for fucking shit.
You know, it's difficult to explain. It's a little difficult to explain.
Oh my.
All right, Colonel, give your shit.
So for me, the only thing that kept my rating from being the same as Farmer's is that I've seen this movie twice now, and both times I found myself laughing quite a bit. Like, it's just one of those bad movies. Like, it's one of those bad movies that if it makes you laugh, okay. But for me, I can't give it more than a 2 because it was hovering between a 1 and a 2, and just the comedic value I got out of it made it worth my time to watch. But I won't watch. I have zero intention of watching this movie ever again.
Yeah.
Combined score out of 3 of us was 4.
Yeah, the movie was ass.
I don't know where you got 4, but it was 5.
No, it was 2, 2, and 0.
2,
What kind
2,
of
and 1.
math? Oh no, Farmer said 0.
Oh, 0?
Dumpster fire.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought a dumpster fire was 1. I'm sorry.
No. 0.
No. 1 is higher than 0.
Garbage.
Dumpster fire, it doesn't deserve a rating. That's what the dumpster fire is. It doesn't
Gotcha.
get
Okay.
a rating.
So my definition of the dumpster fire is wrong. I thought it was a 1.
Nope. Yeah, so out of 3 people, it got 4 out of fucking 10.
Yep. Shit sucked.
All right.
That does bring us to the time of night where we let you know what we're going to be reviewing next week.
Yes. What are we reviewing? What's the next
So-
episode, sir?
So next week, I am going to be in Baton Rouge for
Louisiana?
Louisiana. Princess and the Frog.
So I will be in Baton Rouge to bowl in the USBC Open Championships, which is the Nationals bowling tournament. So that being the case, I have decided to choose a couple bowling movies for next week. We are going to be watching The Kingpin and The Big Lebowski.
Nice.
Since you want to be a part of that episode, which one's better out of those two for you?
Kingpin.
Give us a little preview. You like Kingpin more than Big
Yeah.
Lebowski?
I mean, if you want to be part of it, you can.
Big Lebowski is just very overrated. Not really into that. Yeah.
It's
Well,
more.
I
of
have
a
to
cult
save
classic.
my opinion, but
So Big
Save your
Lebowski-
opinion, you dumpster fire, bitch.
anyways, Farmer, thank you for joining us
Yeah, thanks
on
for joining
this
me.
episode.
We'll
You're
have you
always
back.
welcome, sir. You're always
Thank you.
welcome. We love having your fucking foul mouth negativity on the show. We appreciate
this is the energy I bring. So you're welcome.
I
That
appreciate the
BD.
energy. So that has been Farmer. I've been Faye. Colonel,
I've been Colonel.
Wanna...
It's been great to, well, if you're actually still listening, been great to hear. Been great to have you listening again.
Right. Actually, Farmer, I want you to give us the classic Farmer send off, sir.
Okay.
Well, you've been great. You've been grand, but there's only one thing left to say. Go fuck yourself.
There it is.
Yeah!